Hi, Genevieve here, and I'm talking about, this is my final restaurant review. This is an episode that took place at one particular American chain, but the restaurants were in two different United states and one in Ontario, Canada. Same chain, an American chain. What happened with this group is they made it clear to me on my visit to three different restaurants that they don't want gluten-free people. This is the same treatment that I received at the fish restaurant on my third video, the fish place. What this one did is, again, they put the gluten-free items in a binder, and the binder was filthy. It was filthy at all three locations. That's yet another indication that they really don't want gluten-free people to be there. They weren't even keeping it clean. So what happened at all three restaurants, again, two American US restaurants, and then the one in Canada. I was traveling with my husband, and we were with our hosts. We were house guests in each of these locations. They took us sightseeing, as always, and we decided to go someplace for lunch. And we picked this particular chain to go have lunch. My order, as always, was delayed, or there was something wrong happened to the preparation, as always. My hosts, my husband, they ordered off the regular menus. Their food came out just fine, on time, with no problems. So this time, what I had to do was, I was traveling, so I didn't play around with whatever they were doing to the food. So I said, no, don't bring it, which was highly embarrassing, not only to myself, but to my hosts, because we were all tired. We had been out and about looking at different things in the area. So when I was denied at three locations, again in two states in the US and one in Canada, they are specifically saying they do not want gluten-free customers. I would hate to think that any U.S. veteran was treated this horribly, really, this horribly, and yet it very well may happen. So I didn't go with my host to this one restaurant. It was in Florida, and they did the same thing, and my hosts were really embarrassed. It was my father and his wife. Well, they are elderly and they're frail. They can't be accommodating me in my special needs diet. And when we go to a restaurant and they treat me that way, that's just out of line. It's just really cannot be tolerated. To give Florida the benefit of the doubt, we ended up going to other restaurants by calling ahead. They have a gluten-free menu, and they did just fine. There were other restaurants that we went to, and we had a very nice time together. My father and his wife and I and my husband. So what my point is, that we did end up having a good time, but it wasn't without a lot of work. It is always a lot of work. The restaurant is making its point to me very clear. They only want regular menu customers. They make it difficult for the gluten-free customers. They give this binder and they say, look at what we're doing for you, and then they wreck the entire eating opportunity. So the bottom line is, I will never be eating at this restaurant again. I just won't agree to go. I'll just go to the grocery store and buy something off the shelf before I do this again. And I will never be back to this restaurant. that's all on this one. Have a great day, good health, and good eating.